What is an email? It is a digital letter transferred from one device server to another over an internet connection. You can read that email using a tool known as an email client, and it can be a server such as Gmail, Microsoft, Outlook, Yahoo, AOL. What happens when an email shows in your inbox? Usually includes a sender name, the person who is from, and also a subject line. What is the message about? You can open the email and read the content by clicking on the subject line. That is usually the simplest way. Now we are going to move to common email terms. And to start, we have email address. Your email address works online as your virtual identity, allowing people to send you messages. For most sites that require login, you also need an email address to identify your account. The second term we have here is attachment, and this is a file sent along with an email message. And it can be a document such as Microsoft Word, and also a picture or photo. The recipient can preview the attachment or download and save it on their device. We have forward, and if you see this at the beginning of the subject line, it means it was forwarded to you. In other words, the sender received it in their inbox from somebody else and after send it to you. Finally, on this screen, we have ZC or carbon copy, means that more than one person will get your message at the same time. You can add multiple email addresses to the CC line, and it's a great way to keep everyone in the loop on plans or information you want to share, whether it's with family and friends. BCC is blind carbon copying, and it means that you are including an additional recipient or maybe more, but the other recipients cannot see all the other email addresses, only you. Folders, they allow users to organize emails. And for instance, you can create folders under different categories: family, finances, and health. So basically, you can place emails into any of these categories and find them in the future much quicker. Spam. These are email messages that you most likely didn't ask for or agree to receive. Most email clients or servers automatically filter out spam into a folder that can be known as spam or junk. So it doesn't go directly to you, primary or focused inbox. And here to end, we have email etiquette, and this is a set of principles to write or answer emails in a socially or professional acceptable manner. It could include language, structure, grammar, and also tone. Email etiquette. So writing an email comes down to implementing some basic etiquette. We will see a few tips to get started. On the left side, we have write a clear subject line. Ensure your recipient can understand your email by writing a subject line that conveys your message clearly. For example, webinar February 2023 or last summer photos. Basically, that subject line should give the person an indication about what is the information you are trying to share or communicate to them. Do not use all caps. Sometimes the caps lock can be switched on accidentally, and it might not seem like a big deal to keep them activate and keep writing in all capital letters, but typing in all capital letters on the internet tends to be considered confrontational. Of course, you should be careful what you send. Any email can be forwarded to another person, so keeping private information out from an email message is probably one of the best ideas. Do not reply all. Hitting the reply all button sends the email to everyone who has been CC'd on an email. Unless everyone needs to know what your response is, you should only reply to the person you are trying to respond to, which is often the person who initially sent you that message and is at the top of the email thread. Do's and do nots of email safety. You might think there are no threads in your inbox, mainly if the mailbox contains articles sent from friends, family pictures, and receipts from your purchases or bills. However, it's pretty easy for people to get a hold of email addresses from different sources. So if someone with malicious intent gets your email address, they could send you an email with harmful content for your electronic device. Here we have two of the best practices for email safety. And on the left, this seems like a common thing. If you receive this type of message, please mark it as spam or delete it. You may even want to block the sender if they are sending this type of communications repeatedly. Do not open an attachment or email if the email is from somebody you don't know or trust. Scammers often load this type of attachment documents with malware, which is a type of software that can compromise your electronic device and most likely the information you have on it. Do not ever send personal information like your social security number or financial details over email. If someone is asking for these things, you should be cautious. If you are entirely sure the purpose is valid, find a more secure way to provide the information to this entity, organization, or individual. Learn how to recognize phishing. Let's say you get an email from your bank that looks close enough to every other email communication you have received from them. But this time, they ask you to send personal information immediately, or even want you to click a link. And finally, we are going to end with phishing threats. And these are scams where criminals use convincing fake emails to trick you. A good rule of thumb is to get information before taking immediate action based on what is being said in that email you are receiving. Pick up the phone and call the institution or person who has contacted you, but use a phone number from the company website or even a phone directory. Please do not use the phone number in the email thread because it is most likely unrelated to the actual institution. Common red flags for phishing attempts: mistakes in grammar or spelling. Legit organizations occasionally can make mistakes, but it's likely a scam if the message is full of obvious mistakes. The to and the from address can seem fishy. From addresses can be easily forged. Is your email there? Can you see it listed? If it's not, the message is likely a phishing attempt. No personal information in the email. Most institutions, like your bank or phone internet service provider, have your information on file and will address you by your full name.